What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nick Clark here with Breaking Bad Boxing for another preview prediction. We have the WBA Interim World Flyweight title on the line this week with Puerto Rico's Yankiel Rivera versus Venezuela's Angelino Cordova. Pure stylistic matchup we got here, y'all. We have a Southpaw counterpuncher by trade versus a Orthodox Brawler in the Venezuelan. I'm really excited about this matchup actually here. So let's jump into the X's and O's. Let's jump into the tape of it. But before we do, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Yankiel Rivera from Puerto Rico, 7-0, 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout versus Venezuela's Angelino Cordova. Orthodox fighter, 19-0, 12 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He does have one no contest to his name too as well. Let's jump right into the tape, y'all. Yankiel Rivera here versus Victor Sandoval. In this fight, he was very disciplined, really mechanical in his punching mechanics. He had some southpaw with some pop. His left-hand variation to the body was incredible. Shovel hooks, uppercuts to the solar plex. Great feet defensively. Really good balance, really good angles, really good movement. His punch selection of the body, again, was beautiful. Just wish he threw a little bit more to it. His head movement, his upper body torso movement had a little bit of neo to him, looking really sharp, really slick. Counterpuncher by trade, but he had moments looking beautiful behind a jab going forward. He hurt Sandoval on the fourth to the body, and the one issue I had with this moment is that he didn't follow up to the body with at least 30 seconds. He waited at least 30 seconds before he threw another follow-up body shot. Maybe question his gears, maybe question his killer instinct just a little bit. To quote the great Teddy Atlas as well, held the real estate, and his ring control was extremely high level in this fight. Showed susceptibility to the uppercut, especially when in close. He dropped his hands a little bit too much a la Ben Whitaker, if you ask me. Good reaction times. Maybe not great reactions, though, because I will say he got hit a few in this fight. Wasn't overly high in volume in this fight. Definitely held his composure, but didn't throw enough volume out there when I think he could have absolutely pulled away in this fight, even got the finish, in my personal opinion. His inside game left a lot to be desired, and I definitely question his gears once again in this fight, to quote my boys across the pond. So, the Yankiel versus Andy Dominguez fight. Man, his hands were extremely fast in this fight. His catch and shoot was incredible. His counter game was great. He was pulling Dominguez into traps all fight. He was looking like a hunter. Please step in this bear trap. Had a little bit of showman to his game, moving and grooving. A little bit of dip to his chip, as I like to say. He was turning the hell out of Andy all fight. His angles and his movement were absolutely incredible. His hips looked great. His feet looked great. He held his shape. He held his cardio. He recovered well in between rounds. And in the 9th round, when he did get hurt by Andy Dominguez, he recovered extremely well and came back and won the 10th round. Now, in the 9th round, he held his feet, got hit with a flurry of uppercuts, which put him on shaky legs. He pulled a veteran move, and he held Andy Dominguez to recover for about 30 seconds there. When he broke off, he got hit trying to exchange hook for hook with Andy Dominguez, and he got put on shaky legs again. He did it. I don't want to say he almost got finished, but he definitely almost got dropped, and I'm surprised he didn't. So it just showed how good of shape he actually is and how good his balance is too. I don't think it's wise for Yankiel to embrace the dogfight and try to fight on the inside, because I don't think he's great on the inside, and I don't think he fares overly well in dogfights, even though he stays calm and composed in the fire. Now, in his last fight against Gonzalez, he got a 4th round knockout, so wasn't as much to take away, but we saw some fight over fight improvement, which I appreciate. His punch volume increased. His punch volume to the body increased specifically. His eyes looked absolutely great. He was watching Gonzalez in the 3rd round, through his guard, and he caught him with a counter hook that dropped him with zero fat. One of the more precise punches I've seen in a while. To quote my boy Jamie, shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. All the OGs remember my boy Punch Perfect Boxing. It was punch perfect mechanics, man, the way he dropped him here. His left hook that he dropped Gonzalez with in the 4th round with 2 minutes and 37 seconds into it was just crisp, precise, as perfect as you can get. He was driving through the hips. I feel like what I saw by fight over fight improvements is that we're finally starting to see him break out of that Olympic shell, and he's finally starting to turn his punches over and punch like a pro. Gonzalez had nothing for him this fight. He smoked Gonzalez. So what do I like about Yankiel Rivera? I like his feet. I like his balance. He has a wicked left hook. His angles are absolutely incredible. He has natural pop for a southpaw too as well. And I think his pop's growing fight over fight. He's a great counter puncher, great reactions, great cardio, bit of a showman, which I always appreciate. And of course, the crowd appreciates. He has incredible punching mechanics, incredible eyes, not a lot of fat to his punches. Things that I would like to see him improve on. He can hold his feet at times. I think he needs to up the volume fight over fight as well. I question his gears and I question his inside fighting. He's a little bit too willing to enter a dogfight as well, where I think he's so, defensively, mechanically sound, and quite frankly, so talented that I don't think he needs to engage in these dogfights with these fighters. So let's go talk about the Venezuelan, his opponent, Angelino Cordova. Start off with this Tito Costa fight. He showed a lot of dipping levels, dropping his head, dropping his shoulders. I appreciate that a lot. He was dipping and returning shots. He covers a lot of ground when he throws shots too as well. A lot of sweeping shots, a lot of sweeping jabs to the body. It seems to cover a lot of range in the ring. He throws with a lot of mean intentions. He throws a sweeping left hook to the body that I think is super mean. And it reminds me a little bit of Chino Garcia, the way it whips and the way it snaps in there, and it's kind of long, almost like he's throwing a fastball. He has great work rate, great energy, great pace, great cardio in this fight. He was continuously throwing combos in this fight, and he controlled the pace the whole time. He had Tito Costa really questioning who he was in there with. I feel like Tito Costa may not have assumed that he was going to be in there with such a high volume puncher, but he was. Now, in this fight, he was extremely hittable to say the least. He was exiting extremely irresponsibly, hands down, in a straight line, zero head movement. He is a left hook magnet. His face was getting caught with left hook after left hook by Tito in this fight. He loses his feet and he loses his balance. He punches himself off balance. He does have a tendency to hold too as well. When things get in close, he will hold. He lacks technicality in general. In this fight, he didn't have really any technical punches. He was just punching what he saw, just punching arms, punching guards, punching bodies, just punching. He lost his shape in the bottom of the eighth, and it caused for Tito to have a lot of success. And he got hurt in the bottom of the eighth too as well. His no contest versus Martinez. I'm looking for fight over fight improvement, remember. So what can I take away from this fight that I didn't take away from the Tito fight? Really, this is all I could take away from that fight. His uppercut and his shovel hook variation looked way better in the Martinez fight. This fight was a war from bell to bell. If you want to just watch an entertaining fight, shout out to BBC for having it. Go look up Cordova versus Martinez. What an entertaining fight this was. War bell to bell. He was dropped 3 or 4 times this fight. It was only counted as 2 drops according to BoxRec. BoxRec also has Yankiel Rivera listed as an Orthodox fighter, guys. So make sure you watch the tape. Very important. He was dropped minimum three times this fight. You could have counted 4 times. His feet were all over the place. His legs were all over the place. He controlled the pace and he controlled the fight in moments and spurts, but not long enough. And quite frankly, man, Martinez, who failed a drug test, why it's a no contest, came away with this fight, I thought, pretty cleanly. Cordova, what do I like about him? He covers a lot of ground in his punches. He's tenacious as hell. High pace, high pressure, high volume, high work rate. He whips his shots out, and he throws with mean intention. Thank you. The mix aspect is that he does have great recovery, and the reason that it's mixed is that it shows that he gets dropped a lot. He's an awesome combination puncher and an awesome work rate puncher. And he has a little bit of Chino Garcia to his game, which I'm just a fan of Chino Garcia just to watch him. What I would like to see him improve on. He is a left hook magnet. His defensive tendencies leave him open for hooks, whether it's from the right, but specifically the left hand. Exits in a straight line, drops his hand, doesn't get his head off a line. He doesn't have great feet. He doesn't have great balance. He throws himself over his own hips. So in the end of the day, how do I see this fight going between Yankiel Rivera and Angelino Cordova? I think this fight is kind of tailor-made for the slick southpaw. You know, Yankiel Rivera here is a counterpuncher by trade. He has some pop to him. He's fighting this tough brawler that's susceptible to counter hooks, susceptible to left hooks. Quite frankly, man, I think it's bread and butter for Yankiel Rivera, and I see Yankiel Rivera having enough pop, especially when he's turning over his punches and how susceptible Cordova is to being dropped. Yankiel Rivera is going to get him out of there. It could be by corner stoppage or the ref saving him for how many times he will get dropped. But if you have an over knockdowns prop in this fight, I wouldn't mind taking over 1.5 knockdowns because I would not doubt that this guy gets dropped minimum 2 times just because he is tough and he will get up and he will continue to fight. But I can see over 2 knockdowns, and I definitely see Yankiel Rivera getting a stoppage here in this fight. So take that for what it is. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. That being said, love, peace, chicken grease. Another Breaking Bad boxing preview and prediction. Peace.